How you doing, guys? Before we get to the topic at hand, I got some kind of interesting news, exciting news. A company actually contacted me wanting to try out their new product, which has been just released. And now I've actually bought several of their products before, many years ago. And which is this right here, the Ultra X diagnostic toolkit, which I used for many years and was happy with. And so they contacted me and they wanted me to try it, review it, and give my thoughts on it. So it's going to be a sponsored product. So I'm going to have to talk with the company and maybe set up some arrangements. And then hopefully you're going to see it upcoming on my channel. So thanks for Ultra X contacting me and for a sponsored project. Now let's go ahead and get to the topic at hand, which is actually very personal because this kind of happened to a colleague of mine who is a software developer. Now he is also a co-host along with me and several other people on the Australian podcast, the Tech Webcast, based in Melbourne, Australia, which is where he also lives. And so he develops mostly Zarfo, which is kind of like a video chat service. He also a couple of years ago made a application for the iPhone, perhaps Android, I'm not sure, called Rwnd, and basically takes a very short video clip, a couple of seconds, and it loops it going forward, backwards, and so on, something like that, which was very interesting application. And so then fast forward it to a year or two later, Instagram made a very similar app along the lines of Rwnd called Boomerang. And then here, even very recently, they changed the icon for that app to nearly the identical icon that Andrew Cunningham used for the Rwnd app, which is basically an infinity symbol, which is just a figure 8 on the side. Of course, anybody can use that symbol. It's not trademarked or anything, but that kind of points to me that Instagram was pretty much inspired or copied, however you want to say, by Rwnd way too much. And I just feel bad for developers that put all their heart and soul into developing an app only to have a much larger company come along and just take it and use nearly the same type of icon. Is super sad, and in many ways it pisses me off, even though I'm not the one who developed it. So now Instagram was bought by Facebook, so maybe it's a larger part of a larger entity. It's really hard for a small developer, especially in Australia, to fight or combat a larger company because they just don't have the resources to do so legally or on many fronts. And so this, in a way, this is my way of sharing it to as many people as possible, the different tech blogs. So please share this anywhere you can, and not necessarily because I want exposure for my channel, but for Andrew Cunningham, the developer, and developers around the world to put their hard work, their money and time into an application, only be borrowed or taken away, used by somebody else. So hopefully, if we get enough people to share this, perhaps it will make a dent somehow. It'll push it to the forefront. I'm not sure if any software patents were issued and or